Hello, Facebook land. My name is Heather Monthi. I am the founder of Electric Monarch Drone Education and Training. I wanted to start doing some of these Facebook Lives to answer some of your questions, go over some of the things that we've got going on in the world of drone training. So thank you for joining me. If you're watching this on the replay, thank you for watching the replay. What I wanted to do is go over, I posted several things that are going on here in January that I wanted to talk a little bit more about. I got a couple of questions over the last 24 to 48 hours about our Dronepreneur Academy. So I wanted to specifically talk a little bit more about that and answer some of your questions. My dog Cole likes to sit on my lap. So if you see him popping up here and there, that's just him. So I got a couple questions. One question that I got a couple times was people trying to decide between the lifetime purchase versus the monthly membership. So if you purchase the FAA Part 107 exam prep course, just as a standalone course, you get access to that course, and that is it. So that is a pre-recorded on-demand course that you can take and study at your own leisure. Basically what I do with that course is I take the study guide. If you've read my study guide, you know that I say that the FAA has published everything for free that you need to study for your FAA Part 107 exam. And what I do in the course then is dive deeper into those materials, explaining things a little bit more deeper, things like that, helping you to understand airspace charts, all that good stuff, right? So that is sort of, you can work on that on your own. If you're planning to just sort of cram through things and get it done and take the test, that's a great option for you. The monthly membership, which is a monthly recurring membership, you get access to the Dronepreneur Academy. What that is you get access to the FAA Part 107 exam. You get access to all of the drone business trainings that I've either already done or I'm going to be doing in the future. So as long as you're a paying monthly member, you get access to that catalog of business trainings that go with the FAA Part 107 exam. So now not all of you are in the US, so the FAA Part 107 exam does not apply to you, but you get access to all of the business training. So things like marketing, putting together a business plan, social media, all that stuff, how to find customers, all that good stuff that we're going to be creating some training on for you here in 2024. There's already some content in there that you get access to. The other big benefit to the Dronepreneur Academy monthly membership versus purchasing the Part 107 course separately is that you get access to 2 live Q&A sessions per month with me. And in those sessions, we'll answer your Part 107 questions. So if you're working through the material, sorry, I'm getting text messages here. If you're working through the material and you've got questions on it, you can come to those live sessions. Those are done over Google Meet. And you don't need a Google account to access those, but that we use Google Meet instead of Zoom or some of the other platforms that are out there. And you can get those questions answered. And if you can't make it to those scheduled times, you can pre-submit your questions and then I can go over them during those live Q&As. The other piece of that too then is that you can also ask any sort of business related questions that you've got. So as you're trying to start your drone business, you can come there, you're going through some of the trainings, you can get your questions answered. And then the idea is that as the community grows, you guys can share ideas with each other and bounce ideas off each other as far as what you can do to start, grow, and scale your drone business. So that's really the big difference between, if you're looking for Part 107 training, you can purchase that individual course. You get access to the on-demand course. If you purchase the monthly membership, you get access to that on-demand course, but then you also get access to the live Q&As, and then you also get access to the business trainings. But that's just as long as you're a paying member. So if you cancel your membership, you no longer have access to any of that content. So that is really quickly the differences between purchasing the course, the standalone course versus the membership. The other thing that I've gotten a couple questions on is, how do these live sessions work? So oftentimes what I'll do is I'll have sort of a pre-planned topic that we'll go over. And, sometimes I'll post it in the Dronepreneur Academy as a separate workshop just because it's a very specific and focused content. And other times it's, just really sort of open Q&A. You can come get your questions answered. We can have discussions, that kind of thing. And again, it's done over Google Meet. And there's links in the Dronepreneur Academy for you. There's scheduled times for you as well. And if you can't make it to those live sessions, the recordings are always going to be there within a day or two. I'll get them in the Dronepreneur Academy for you. Okay. So that's really sort of the questions that I was getting on the newly launched Dronepreneur Academy. We did a soft launch in November. We had a couple people go through some of the content, and we formally launched yesterday. So excited about that. All right, so what do we got coming up here in January? So January, we've got our Dronepreneur Academy office hours are Monday, January 8th and Monday, January 22nd at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So I do live in Arizona, and we don't observe daylight savings. So come March, those times will shift just a little bit. If you're in an area of the world that does observe daylight savings, those times are going to shift. But for right now, we're doing 4 p.m. Eastern time. And then, so those links are available under live session schedule and links in your Dronepreneur Academy. Okay. And so you can find those previous recordings, ones that we've done in November and December. Some of them are under the Dronepreneur Academy workshops, and some of them are under the Part 107 Zoom Ground School. The reason for that, and we'll see how this goes, but the reason for that is because if the content is really heavily focused on the Part 107 stuff, I'll put it under there. So it's so that you, if you're studying for the exam, you want to go through those previous office hours, you can find it a lot easier versus if it's more of the business related stuff. And if it's more general Q&A, it'll go under the Dronepreneur Academy workshops. So I got some new content that was added in December for you that you should have available now in the Dronepreneur Academy right now. And there is a workshop in there about creating your drone business plan plus a template workshop. So that is really for those of you that are trying to figure out where you want to focus your drone business on. So maybe you've decided that you want to start this business either as a side hustle or a full-time gig. Let's figure out what works best for you and what your situation is. So it helps you work through some of those things, like figuring out, is this going to be a viable business? Things like, I think I talk about in there about how I live near an Air Force base. So, I can't always just fly my drone whenever I want, right? So you got to look at some of those sort of risk related things as well. So that is in the Create Your Drone Business Plan plus Template workshop. There's also a Clicks to Clients workshop. It's a digital marketing workshop overview for your drone business. So it's about an hour and 40 minutes long, and I go over all sorts of different digital marketing strategies that you can do for your drone business to help you find clients. There's a lot of different things that you can be doing offline as well, but this is really heavily focused on the digital side of things. So if you wanted to do things like social media, creating a website, creating a Google My Business profile, things like that. So we talk about that in that Clicks to Clients workshop. And then throughout 2024, each one of those things that I go over in that Clicks into Clients workshop is we'll have a more in-depth workshop on each one of those items there. So if you've downloaded my drone digital marketing checklist, that is, it goes over the drone digital dominance method. That's what we go over in that workshop. We go over that in detail. And then, like I said, in 2024, each one of those things on that drone digital dominance method, we'll do a separate workshop so you can dive deep into those. You don't have to do all of them. It's pick something and get started. Just start somewhere, right? I don't do all of them. I don't need to do all of them. I have the things that I know work well for me, and that's what I do. So there's also a Facebook course on generating leads through Facebook. So it guides you through some of the things that you can do with Facebook to generate leads, understanding that Facebook changes their platform all the time. So sometimes the screens, they don't always look the same, but the concepts are the same is how to use Facebook to find leads. There's also a couple ebooks in there. There's an email list building on a budget ebook, helping you build your email list. It's helping you find those people that might be interested in purchasing your drone services. And then 30 ways to market on social media. That's another ebook that we've got in there for you. So, and then some other links that I included, you can go to Electric Monarch, go to this page and find this post. It's pinned right at the top, but I've got a couple of different free trainings linked for you as well. So there's top tools for your drone business in 2024. That's a webinar that I did talking about some of the top technology tools that I use that I recommend. It's not drone technology, it's the technology used to actually run and operate your business. And then we've got some study tips for aspiring commercial drone pilots. So regardless of where you are in the world, so even if you're not studying for the Part 107, but you're studying for your commercial drone pilot certificate in your country, just some tips that I give you to help you prepare for that exam. And then I've got a blog post, video, podcast on how to write a drone business plan. It's 5 key strategies to writing your winning business plan. So it's really sort of this high level overview of what we go over in that drone business plan workshop that you get access to in the Dronepreneur Academy. And then I've also got another video about starting a drone business in 2024, all the different free resources that Electric Monarch does offer you as you are trying to start, grow, and build your drone business. So in January, we've got some really good stuff coming. Start Your Drone Business Workshop. We've got a digital marketing for drone business ebook. I'm hoping to have that done by the end of January. If not, it'll be done in February. And then I'm taking all of the resources that I've created for drones and STEM education. A lot of you came to this community as I started, and I still do a lot of work with schools in building drone education programs. So K-12 schools, colleges, universities, trade schools, etc. And so I'm taking all of the content that I've created there, and we're going to add that to the Academy. That's going to be helpful for those of you who are, maybe you're very involved in a after school program, or, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, after school programs, that kind of thing. It'll give you some guidance on how to put together a drone program for kids. So I got some help for you there. And then I got a couple different links to some previous workshops and events that we've done. The first one is how to use SkyVector for drone pilots. You don't have to log in. You can just go ahead and watch that. It's available on YouTube. And it's helpful. You don't get tested on SkyVector, but you can use SkyVector to learn how to read airspace charts or aeronautical charts. So I got a tutorial just how to read it, how to find information on it. So you can go in, you can practice, you can use SkyVector to figure out the world of aeronautical charts. And then I've got a video on how to use the FAA computer testing supplement for the Part 107 exam. So those of you that are studying for the Part 107 exam, there is a testing supplement that you get, and testing day should not be the first day that you see that testing supplement. It is available for free on the internet. So you can download that. I've got the video there. Again, just go to the Electric Monarch page, and the post is pinned to the top where it's got all the different links of all the different things. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. So thank you for joining me. I'm going to start doing some more of these live videos. I think it's a great way to just connect with all of you and get your questions answered quickly. And I'll talk to you soon.